YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Ramel back with another vid. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at forever.rf. Another 4:30 a.m. wake up, man. About to knock out my morning routine, hit my 200 push-ups to get my day started. Got my bottle of water, about to crush this, and I'm about to lock in for the rest of this day, man. Gotta love the grind, gotta love the pain, man. About to knock out my morning routine. Let's get it. Dude, family, was good. Just knocked out my 200 push-ups, man. If you're new to my channel, my name is Ramel. I wake up at 4:30 a.m. every day to get my day started. First, I start off with my morning routine, which is drinking at least 2 bottles of water. If not 2, at least 1 bottle of water. And then I come outside because I live with my brother right now and I don't want to be too loud making YouTube videos. So I'll come outside, knock out 200 push-ups, and then start recording a YouTube video. So that's the first thing I do when I wake up. And then I have a non-negotiable list that I do every single day once I finish making my YouTube video, man. Don't just click off yet. Just give me a second, y'all. Y'all be so thirsty to click off my videos. Give your boy a chance. God damn. You feel me? Can y'all give me a chance? Just don't click off yet. Wait. I knock out my non-negotiables. I have a non-negotiable list that I stick to on an everyday basis, regardless of how I feel, regardless of what's going on. I got it written down in my journal. This is my journal that I write damn near everything down in, man. Quotes, motivational quotes, to-do lists, non-negotiable lists. I educate myself on YouTube videos, so any notes, I write them down in here. The books that I read, I write down the important things that I think is important from out of the book in here. I damn near write everything in here. Y'all get it. But I'm about to show y'all my non-negotiable list as soon as I find it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Don't click off yet. Okay, here we go. This is my non-negotiable list. I stick to this non-negotiable list on an everyday basis, regardless of how I feel, regardless of what's going on. I don't give a fuck if Michael Jackson and Tupac come from the dead. I'm sticking to this routine. This routine I'm doing every single day, even the fucking weekends. Just because it's the weekend, that don't mean it's time to stop knocking out my non-negotiable list. This is the things I got so far. You know, it's not long, it's not much, but you know, it's a start. I'll read it off to y'all. So every single day I'm waking up between the time of 4:30 a.m., no later than 5, making a YouTube video, which I'm doing right now, knocking out my 200 push-ups. I'm reading 7 to 10 pages out of an educational or personal development book. I'm educating myself. I'm working out at least 5 to 6 days out of the week. I'm reading a Bible scripture. And me personally, I'm on a gain and weight journey. So I'm eating at least 3,000 calories daily and tracking my macros. So this is my non-negotiable list that I stick to on an everyday basis. Today I wanted to talk to you all about sacrifice, man. Sacrifice is so freaking important, man. Just last year or 2 years ago, man, I was not sacrificing at all whatsoever. I wasn't planning or thinking about my future. I kind of was just a person that was living in the moment, man. I was just a correction officer before I hit rock bottom. Right now, I'm currently at rock bottom, sleeping on the couch, living with my brother, taking the bus everywhere I go. And taking the bus, man, I hate that shit. You know what I mean? I lost my car due to past bad decisions. I was a heavy weed smoker, smoked weed each and every day, was a heavy drinker, was drinking every weekend, popping bottles in the club. And my addiction of wanting to be hot each and every day, man, I took that addiction to work. I wouldn't necessarily go to work smelling like weed. I would eat edibles. Like, I will put the B-roll right here and show y'all. I would eat edibles. I wanted to be high so bad, and I was addicted to that shit. I wanted to be high at work, right? So I would eat edibles. I did that for about 3-4 months. I was a correction officer, man, working at the Juvenile Justice Center. I was working with juveniles. And my addiction of what I was doing outside of work, I brought it to work. I was addicted to being high. I wanted to be high. I don't know why. Just wanted to be high. Did that for about 3 to 4 months. Me being dumb and high, one day, one of the edibles fell out of my pocket. So not only did the job fire me, but they pressed charges against me. And the charges that they put against me was felony charges. So I lost everything. Fought that felony case for about 7 to 8 months. Lost everything. Jobs was turning. My bad, y'all. The video had cut out. My storage got full. Had to delete some pictures, some apps on my phone. But like I was saying, I was fighting a felony case for about 7 to 8 months, and jobs were turning me down left and right, man. Like, I couldn't find a job for nothing. I had an open felony case. If you know about felonies, man, it's hard to find a job. So I couldn't find a job the whole time I was fighting this case. Lost my car, lost my apartment. It had $0 to my name for damn near the whole 7 to 8 months, man. Had to move out of my apartment. Had to move in with my brother. My brother only got a 1-bedroom apartment. So currently, right now, I'm sleeping on the couch. I had to move in with my brother. I had to damn near throw everything away that I had in my apartment because I had nowhere to put it. I couldn't afford a storage unit. And then I couldn't really put it in my mom's garage or take it nowhere. So I had to damn near throw it all away. And right now, I'm currently sleeping on the couch, living with my brother, living in the trenches. At rock bottom. The case finally closed. You know, the judge ended up giving me, you know, I got accepted for the first time defenders program. He ended up giving me probation for a year. But I had to keep the felony on my record this whole year. And then once the probation is complete, I'll be able to get what's on my record expunged. So that's where I'm at currently right now. Just got done with the probation, just got done with the community service. So now I'm in the process of getting this shit expunged. My probation officer told me it takes about 30 to 60 days for the expungement to fully go through. After the 30 to 60 days, what's on my record will be off my record. So I thank God for that, man. But I hit rock bottom, man. And rock bottom forced me to focus on myself. It forced me to, you know, start reading books. It forced me to stay off social media. It forced me to separate myself from my friends. And I needed that. I needed that wake-up call. You know what I mean? I was a person that was just making 6 figures at that correction officer job and lost everything. But, you know what I mean? It was for the better. You know what I mean? Now I got a chip on my shoulder. Now I'm doing the things on an everyday basis that I need to be doing, not only for myself, but for my family, right? I'm consuming great content. I'm not on social media right now. I had to cut my friends off. I'm sacrificing more than ever. And today I wanted to talk to you all about sacrifice, right? I'm nowhere near my standards of where I'm going to be in the next year or two. Nowhere near. But each and every day, I'm taking the actionable steps to get there, right? So I decided to wake up at 4:30 a.m. every day. I decided to, you know, make a non-negotiable list that I stick to on an everyday basis. I decided to start a YouTube channel. I decided to sacrifice everything, right? I decided to put the vices down. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I'm not talking to females right now. I'm sacrificing everything, right? You got to give to get. And right now I'm sacrificing everything for a brighter future, right? So the reason why today I want to talk about sacrifice, because sacrifice is so important, man. When I was working my correction officer job making 6 figures, I wasn't sacrificing anything. Now I'm sacrificing everything. I'm sacrificing my friends, right? I'm sacrificing vices. I'm sacrificing watching Netflix and watching HBO Max. I'm sacrificing that shit. I'm sacrificing video games. I was a person that used to play video games. I used to play 2K and Madden. Had to sacrifice that shit. Had to sacrifice having fun and being around my friends and, you know, going out to eat. Had to sacrifice in partying. Had to sacrifice eating sugar and junk food. All those things I'm sacrificing, and I'm taking the energy away from it so I can put the energy into something else, right? You have to sacrifice the bad things to put in the good things, right? I hope that makes sense to y'all. If you put your energy into smoking, drinking, playing games, watching Netflix, you putting your energy into that, right? And me personally, I had to sacrifice and take all that stuff away from my life so I could put my energy into making YouTube videos, so I could put my energy into educating myself, so I could put my energy into my non-negotiable list, right? If I would have been trying to do all that, playing video games, drinking, smoking, and trying to do all this, I wouldn't have this energy that I got right now. It's 4:30 a.m. It's probably 5 now, but it's 4:30 a.m. And I'm wide awake with hella energy. Why? Because I sacrificed smoking. I sacrificed drinking. I sacrificed my sleep schedule. I go to bed every night, no later than 11:30. And that's every single day, even the weekends. Why the fuck am I outside popping bottles, chasing chicks, people pleasing when I'm not even the man I need to be for myself and for my future? My mom is still waiting on my success, bruh. I'm not the man I need to be for my mom at all. I'm not able to give my mom X amount of dollars just because. I want to be able to give my mom 30 bands, 20 bands. Like, here, Ma, I love you. My mom sacrificed so much for me and my brother. My mom worked third shift, right, to raise me and my brother. My mom was a single mom. She raised me and my brother in the household. My mom worked third shift at a factory. If you know about third shift, man, that's the graveyard shift. That's the hardest shift to work, especially as a female. She worked third shift to provide a lifestyle for me and my brother. And we lived a pretty good life growing up. Didn't live in the hood at all. We grew up in the suburbs, had plenty of clothes, had food on the table, had a roof over our head, went to a great school system. We had it made. My mom sacrificed so much for me and my brother. It's only right that I do better for her, right? My mom wasn't proud of me when I was smoking and drinking and popping bottles. My mom used to come over like, man, you spending your money dumb. You need to slow down. My mom been telling me to stop doing the things I was doing, but I wasn't listening because I was making 6 figures and the shit was getting to my head a little bit. But now that I hit rock bottom, everything that she was saying, it was right. She was right. But I'm sacrificing so much now, man. I'm so glad that I hit rock bottom because I wouldn't even have this mindset right now if it wasn't for me hitting rock bottom and losing everything. Me losing everything and hitting rock bottom put a chip on my shoulder. It woke me the fuck up. Me hitting rock bottom was my wake-up call. I needed that. I was distracted by bullshit. I was smoking every single day, just letting my life pass me by, thinking I was cool, smoking, laughing at dumb shit, eating everything in the fridge, eating everything in the cabinet because it's so good because I'm high. Drinking every weekend. I was making 6 figures, so I was popping bottles in the club, trying to impress the chicks that I saw in the club. People pleasing, putting on the latest shoes, putting on the latest clothes, taking women that I didn't even know to 5-star restaurants, spending crazy amounts of money. I was living so stupid and dumb, not thinking or planning for my future at all. Now that I hit rock bottom, it was my wake-up call, and I thank God for it, and I'm grateful for it. It sucks sleeping on a couch. It sucks taking the bus. It sucks living with my brother. But guess what? I got to do what I got to do for now until I'm able to get myself out of this situation, and I will get myself out of this situation. It's just going to take time. I got to continue to sacrifice everything that I just named. I got to continue to sacrifice my time with my friends. And my friends are good friends, but they're not on the same type of time as me. So I have to isolate myself from them to elevate myself, right? I got to sacrifice junk food. What the fuck am I eating all this cookie cakes and all that shit? Is not going to do nothing but give me high blood sugar and have my body looking fucking terrible. And I don't want my body to look terrible. I care about my physique. I had to cut out the smoking and drinking because what the fuck am I celebrating? Why am I drinking every weekend and I'm not celebrating shit? Why am I smoking every day and I'm not celebrating nothing? Smoking and drinking is celebration acts, right? Why the fuck am I drinking and I ain't celebrating shit? I ain't done nothing. I was drinking every fucking weekend. I had to sacrifice that. I had to sacrifice playing the game. I never really had a crazy problem with playing the game, but I used to play the game. But what the fuck am I playing the game for? I haven't reached my standards yet. I had to sacrifice talking to females. Why am I chasing lust? Why am I talking to females that I don't even care about or even see a future with? Just talking to them and giving them the time of day because they cute in the face and got a nice body and maybe could put on some decent looking clothes. I had to sacrifice watching Netflix and HBO Max. Why the fuck am I sitting here watching a Netflix documentary or show when I could be putting that energy into educating myself so I can make $100K a month through my online coaching business? I had to sacrifice that shit. Why the fuck am I watching the NBA finals or the NBA playoffs when I'm not the man I need to be? I'm watching other people be successful and I'm just letting time pass me by when I could be putting that energy into educating myself on a high level skill so I'm able to make the $100K a month that I will be making here in the next year or two. I wasn't doing that shit. I was so distracted, bruh. It's so many distractions in this world. You have to lock the fuck in and become that man you need to be for yourself, bruh. You gotta do this shit for your family. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what's my why? My why is my mom, bruh. My mom is not proud of me right now. My mom is my biggest why. I gotta do this shit for her, bruh. The times where I don't feel like waking up at 4:30, because I'm human, I don't feel like waking up at 4:30 every single day. But the times where I don't feel like waking up, I gotta remember my why. You that's watching this video, do you know your why? If you don't, you need to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what's my why? And then once you figure that out, you need to write down a non-negotiable list that you're gonna stick to on an everyday fucking basis, regardless of how you feel and regardless of what's going on. You can't give a fuck about nothing but your non-negotiable list, and your non-negotiable list will help you get to the goals that you're looking to accomplish. My standard is to drive an all-black Lamborghini Urus, make $100K a month, and be able to give my stepdad, my brother, and my mom X amount of dollars just because. How am I going to accomplish those three things? I have to stick to my non-negotiable list. I have to stick to my routine on an everyday basis, and I have to adopt the identity of a person that drives a Lamborghini Urus and make $100K a month. So guess what? I have to sacrifice everything. I have to sacrifice fun. I have to sacrifice watching Netflix and HBO Max. I have to sacrifice my time being around my friends. I have to sacrifice playing video games. I have to sacrifice my weekends. The weekends is the winning days. The weekends is when everybody is off work, everybody's smoking, drinking, drifting. I have to take advantage of that. While everybody else is out smoking and drinking, I'm educating myself on a high-level skill, which is the online coaching, making better YouTube videos. You got to take advantage of these margins, right? It's margins, right? You can wake up at 4:30 a.m., knock out a non-negotiable list, go to work for the 8 hours or 10 hours that you're working, and then after work, you're doing the same thing. You educating yourself on something that's going to make you more money. You educating yourself on something that's going to make you $100K a month, if that's your standard. That's my standard, to make $100K a month. So how am I going to get to $100K a month? I got to take advantage of those margins. I got to take advantage of waking up at 4:30, making YouTube videos, sticking to my non-negotiable list, going to work for my 8 hours. After work, I'm not bullshitting. I'm not kicking my feet up watching HBO Max. I'm educating myself on something that's going to teach me a high-level skill so I'm able to drive a Lamborghini Urus, so I'm able to make $100K a month, so I'm able to give my mom, my stepdad, and my brother X amount of dollars just because. I'm not able to do that right now. I don't have the financial freedom to take my mom to Florida just because. Like, here, Ma, I booked these flights. Pack your bags in 2 days. We gone. All on me. I'm not able to do that right now, but I will be able to. But I gotta stick to my non-negotiable list. I can't be answering my friends' phone calls right now. Right now, I'm locked the fuck in. And if they don't understand it, they gotta fucking go. I can't be texting that chick trying to get the two-hand twist from her when I gotta lock the fuck in. I know that temptation, but you gotta fight that shit. You gotta sacrifice everything. I'm telling you, bruh, I'm nowhere near the man that I'm gonna be. But every single day, I'm focusing on becoming a better version of myself. I'm adapting the identity of a man that drives a Lamborghini Urus. I'm adapting the identity of a man that make $100K a month. I'm adapting the identity of a financial free man. And this shit is not easy. I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor right now at all. But guess what? I'm sticking to this shit. My YouTube videos are not the best. I get low views, no likes, and I got 95 subscribers. I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor yet, but I'm sticking with this shit. And I'm staying persistent with this shit, even when I'm not seeing my results. And I'm not seeing no results right now. I have a small YouTube channel, but I'm sticking to this shit, bruh. I will be the man that's gonna drive that all black Lamborghini Urus. I will be the man that's gonna make $100K a month through my online coaching business. I will be the man that's gonna be able to give my family X amount of dollars. I'm gonna be the first millionaire in my family. I believe in myself. And I'm at rock bottom, sleeping on the couch, taking a bus. I believe in myself. I will be the first millionaire in my family. But guess what? I gotta stick to this. I gotta sacrifice everything. It sucks, but guess what? It's gonna be worth it. I have to sacrifice everything. My fun for now is hitting the gym, sticking to my non-negotiable list, making YouTube videos, giving y'all game so y'all won't have to bump your head like me. It took me to hit rock bottom to have this mindset. And I'm glad. I wish I would have been had this mindset. I'm 29 years young right now. I wish I would have had this mindset when I was 22. But it's all good because God woke me up at 29. And I thank God. I thank him for it. I thank him. Because I'm not 50, 60 having to go through this. Right? I'm not going to live a regretful life, man. There's a lot of people out here living a regretful life, but they don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to sacrifice having fun. They don't want to sacrifice their weekends. They don't want to sacrifice playing video games and entertaining themselves. They don't want to sacrifice that shit. And it sucks to say, but they're going to live a regretful life, man. All those behaviors of smoking, drinking, playing video games, it's gonna catch up to you. I was a person that was doing that, bruh. And I wish I would have had this mindset. But God gave it to me at 29, and I'm thankful that he gave it to me. Because I still could have been doing that drifting ass shit. Smoking, drinking, watching Netflix, watching HBO, playing a game. I had to sacrifice. That's important, bruh. Sacrificing, bro. I'm telling you, bro, it's all gonna be worth it, bro. It's all gonna be worth it, man. I have to change my identity. I wrote this quote down. I hope y'all can see it. Y'all probably can't see it, but I'm gonna read it to y'all. If you don't sacrifice things for your goals will become the sacrifice. I'm gonna read that again. If you don't sacrifice things for your goal will become the sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice everything, bro. Fuck your feelings, fuck your emotions. Sacrifice those video games. Sacrifice that NBA playoffs. Sacrifice the NFL season. Sacrifice your time with your friends. Sacrifice chasing chicks and trying to people please. Sacrifice eating that bullshit. I know, y'all hear me. I get it. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. You have to do it. And you have to do it for a long period of time. You can't just do it for a month and fall off. You can't just do it for a week and fall off. You have to do it on an everyday basis until that shit hits. And that shit might not hit for another 3 to 4 years. My YouTube channel might not blow up for the next year or two. But guess what? I'm staying persistent with this shit, man. I'm sticking to this non-negotiable list on an everyday fucking basis. Cause fuck how I feel. I don't give a fuck how I feel, bruh. I want to drive a Lamborghini Urus, and I will. I want to make $100K a month, and I will through my online coaching business. And I want to be able to give my mom, my stepdad, and my brother X amount of dollars, and I will. But guess what's gonna get me there? Sacrificing, sticking to my non-negotiable list, educating myself on a high-level skill, which is my online coaching business, and sticking to that shit on an everyday basis until it hits. It might take me 3 years. It might take me even fucking 10 years, but I don't give a fuck. I have to stick to my non-negotiable list. I have to continue to sacrifice. I wasn't sacrificing. I was living in the moment, having fun, trying to post a lit Instagram story. And that's another thing that I didn't mention. Sacrificing social media. I forgot all about that. Sacrifice being on social media. Why are you spending so many hours on social media when you're not the man you need to be for yourself? I used to be that guy. I used to be the person that was on fucking Instagram for 5 to 6 hours a day, watching other people's lives, not creating a life of my own that I really, really want. Get off social media, bruh. I deleted all social media off my phone. I have no social media platforms on my phone at all. I deleted Instagram, I deleted Facebook, I deleted Snapchat, and I deleted TikTok. Why the fuck am I consuming all that bullshit? For what? It ain't doing nothing but keeping me distracted. It ain't doing nothing but keeping me broke. And I don't want to continue to be broke. I told myself 2 weeks ago that I was done with that old lifestyle. I'm done with that old identity. I'm killing my old self and making a new one. I'm creating a new identity. I'm getting rid of the old habits and building new ones. I'm sacrificing my weekends. I'm sacrificing everything because that's how bad I want this shit. If you want success, you have to sacrifice, bruh. That's what it takes. You have to sacrifice everything. Video games, your friends, all that shit I just named. You have to sacrifice it. And if you don't, you're gonna look up, you're gonna be the same person you was 5 years ago, bruh. I was that guy. I'm 29 years young. And I'm still the same person I was. No, actually, I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. Mentally, I'm in a whole different world. But it took me to hit rock bottom. If y'all stayed this whole time through this video, man, I appreciate it. Much love to y'all, man. Keep doing y'all thing. Lock the fuck in. It's 6 months left. We got 170 days left, man. What you gonna do? You gonna lock in for these last 170 days? 2027 is approaching, brother. What you gonna do? You gonna adapt that new identity, or you gonna continue to do that bullshit? You gonna continue to be distracted? You gonna continue to drift? Lock in, dog, and figure out your why, bruh. That's the video for the day, man. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at forever.rf. I'm out.